Good morning. It's time for our math and science lesson. Today we'll only be doing math because we're wrapping up our lessons for the summer. Okay, so let's get started. I'm glad you're here. Let's get started right away. All right, first thing is one more happy birthday shout out for Madeline and Anthony for our summer birthdays, both July and August. I hope that they have fabulous birthdays as they're turning a year older. So we will move on now for our promise. You know your promise, keep it at all times on every Zoom lesson with every teacher and every classroom, okay? The expectations are pretty much the same for every online class you'll be in. That means to participate, be respectful, be on time, keep your microphones muted, include your name in the chat or change it in the Zoom little window there. Yeah, stay seated until I tell you to get up and keep your eyes on me, on the screen where all the magic happens. All right, what are we doing today? Today, we will compare the lengths or heights of objects so we can identify which objects are longer and which objects are shorter. You've done that. I know you have. So it is part of our lessons in our curriculum. And this is just a final review because this is an important lesson for you to learn. Then we will wrap up summer school lessons and say our final farewells and any important announcements. Okay, we'll also have a quick brain break, so stay tuned for that. Are you ready to Nearpod? Yeah? Okay. Remember, I will share the Nearpod with you and your families later today, so you can hop on and practice. Okay, we're here. It is our Nearpod. We're going to practice our lessons on the Nearpod today, and there's a lot of things to do, so let's get started. Okay, yeah, let's do it. We're going to compare length. Okay, length, how long something is. Can you say that word? Length, length. Yeah, so that tells us whether something is long or short. When we compare, oh, this is comparing length. We're actually going to look at several objects and decide which ones are longer, shorter, or are they the same and equal? Okay, let's find out. So how do you compare the length of two items? Let's say I have, I don't know, a candy cane and you have a candy cane. If we put them together, can we determine whether one is longer, is one shorter, or are they the same length? What if you stood next to me? I wonder if we could determine our length or height. If we're standing up, it's called height, right? Interesting. What about our shoes? If we put our shoes next to each other, these are all different ways that we can compare length using all different types of common objects. Yeah. So in this lesson, we will compare the lengths of two objects. We will identify one or two objects as shorter, which ones are short, and which ones are longer. Are you ready to compare lengths? Let's get started. The first thing you're going to do is just share a thought with me and tell me something that you think is really long. Can you think of something that's really long? You can look around your house. What's something that is really long? You can think of something outside, something that you've seen before that's really long. Let's see if I can share with you a picture and you can guess what I'm thinking of that's really long. Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. It's a really long road. That's right. I'm even going to write the word road. Yes, a road is really long. Can you think of something else? Share with me something, an object, an item, something that you've seen that's really long. Okay. Can you draw a picture of a long road? Now's your chance. Down here on the bottom, there's your little pencil feature. And I want you to draw a picture of a long road. Can you do that? Yeah, let me see if I can. Ooh, let's do this color. I like that color. All right. Ooh, that's a long road. Where's it leading? Wait, I have to do the middle part. Oh no, almost finished. There you go. And then we have the little dots in the middle, right? The little lines. How do you like my long road? I'm going to put a tree here so it looks, you can tell just how long that road is. Here's a picture of a little car. All right, Miss Cruz, we better hurry up and move on. That's a long road. Yes. So we can draw objects that are really long. Now, how does that compare to short items, short objects, short things that you've seen? Well, when we compare, we have to place them in some type of order, right? So we're going to watch a little video, and that order is like shortest to longest, longest to shortest. Do you know what I mean? Have you ever lined something up so that it looks short to long? This helps us compare. Yes, if we put the items or objects next to each other, then we can compare to see if one is shorter or one is longer. So on this next slide, we're going to watch a cute little video about learning to measure length, yeah, and how we can use it in real life. As we watch this, try to think of times in your life when you need to know the length of something. That's important too. Do you know I just had to do that? Yes, I just had to go measure my garage door for the painter. He had to know how big it was, how long it was, how tall it was, how wide it was. I had to give him all the measurements. So have you ever had to measure something? Do you ever have to know if something was longer or shorter? All right, I wonder why we would need to do that. Yeah, let's play our video. And I love this video. Watch and see how they compare length.
In this video, you'll learn how to order 3 objects by length and compare 2 objects by using a third object. Today, I'm here to tell you a story about my family. There's me on the left, Miss McMullen, my sister Bryn in the middle, and my sister Molly on the right. When Molly was little, she was really funny. She loved French fries. Whenever Molly got French fries, she would eat all of the French fries in the bag, except for the longest one. She would save that one for last. You might remember that I'm the oldest sister. Well, being the sneaky older sister, I always liked making Molly mad. Like the time we went out to eat and I tried to steal her longest fry. I sat across the table from her, staring at her French fries, trying to develop a plan. I knew I wanted her longest fry, and I had to act fast. But which fry was it? Was it this one? Was it this one? Or was it this one? I knew I had to figure out the answer quickly so that I could steal her longest fry. Well, it looks like this one on the top is really small, so I think that's the shortest. Which one is the longest? I have an idea. I'll rearrange the order of them to make it easier to figure out which one is longest.
Okay, stop and think for a second. If you were to move these French fries around, they're very well seasoned, aren't they? They must have a lot of spice on them. If you were to slide them around and place them in order to compare, which one would you put first, then next, then last, to prove and to show which one is the longest French fry? Could you slide them around? Let's see what she does.
There we go. I can compare the fries to each other to figure out which one is longest and which one is shortest. Now I can see that the fry on the top is shorter than the other 2 fries. It is the shortest. And the one on the bottom is longer than the other 2 fries. It is the longest. Now I know which one to take to make my sister Molly mad. I'm going to take the one on the bottom. You give your sister back her longest fry right now. Man, but Molly, can I have another fry? She said I could have the shortest one. The shortest one? Man, I guess that's what I get for trying to steal my sister's longest fry. There you go. In today's lesson, we learned how to put 3 French fries in order from shortest to longest and compare 2 French fries by using a third French fry.
That's right. And you'll notice that you do that all the time. You might line yourselves up in order. You might, I don't know, do your laundry in order, the longest socks, the shortest socks. You might do your shoes in order. You might do all sorts of sorting by order according to length. There is one little tip that I'm going to share with you later. Not quite a mistake, but something I can see that could help this person measure the length. Okay, so I want you to remember this word potato, because I'm going to say it when I'm ready to share with you this amazing trick or tip to help you. Okay, so listen for the word potato when I get ready to tell you the magic trick. Okay, all right, so let's move on because I can make this better. Yes, I can. All right, now let's get a little practice in. Look at this cube train. This cube train, it's 3 cubes long. I want you to draw another train underneath in a different color that is longer than this one. All right, so let's hurry up and get to work on this. Now, part of the lesson is going to ask you to make sure that you know exactly where to place the second one. So I'm going to place it pretty much lined up in order, and I'm going to make it longer. It says the direction said longer, right? So if I do the same 3 cubes, is it longer? Nope. So the cubes all have to be the same size. So I do have to add another cube, and I'm guesstimating the size, but it's about the same. And look, this cube has to be 1 more cube. Can you do another cube? What if you only did 2 cubes underneath? Would it be longer than the cube train on top? All right, so let's move on. Good practice in this. I love drawing the cube trains, and I wonder if you can do some more practice coming up to draw some more objects that are longer or shorter, putting them in order, and then comparing. So in today's lesson, we will learn what measurement is and how it can be useful to us. We will learn how to measure 2 items and find out which one is longer. Learning this skill will help us understand the world around us. And you'll use this in both science and math. Yeah, so measurement is important, super important for both math and science. You'll use it a lot. Get ready to practice together. Here we go. All right, this is, they show a picture of a ruler. We don't always need a ruler. We can use other objects, and you'll learn what objects are helpful to measure length. But a ruler is the handiest, the dandiest, and the most accurate or correct. So that's always something to have ready to go. But if we're not measuring to get exact numbers or exact measurement figure, then all we need to do is just to compare to see which one's longer and shorter. So look at the picture of the pencils. Can you tell which one is shorter? Can you? Yeah, I can see it. They've ordered them too. The short one is on top and the longer one is underneath. So if you said the short pencil is the one on top, you got it right. How about this slide? They're asking which is the long pencil. Yeah, it's the one on the bottom. Now, I remember telling you I was going to give you a secret trick or tip. It's coming. And I've already noticed they've started to use it. This looks very different than the French fries. The French fries were not lined up like this, were they? Oh, the trick or tip is coming. All right, let's try it together. When we compare lengths, We must find out which object is longer or shorter than the other. The objects must start at the same place. What? Start at the same place? What do you mean? I mean, when you are measuring potato, you line it up like you're on a starting line. Imagine if the turtles were not all starting at the same place for their race. Then one would have a disadvantage or an advantage. Be like cheating, wouldn't it? Ugh, I don't like that. So let's make sure that they all start on the same line. Have you ever run a race? Yeah, no head starts. That's right. You all start at the same starting line. So when we measure and compare lengths, that's what the French fries should have done. Potato, potato, potato. They should have lined up those French fries. So we just line them up. And that's what the French fries should have done. They should have lined the French fries up all on the same starting line. The tip of the French fry, the very end, they should have all lined up on the same line. And that's going to give you a much faster and easier way to compare. Okay, so you'll notice that this is like the French fries. They did not start them at the same place, at the same line. If you were to draw an imaginary line, yeah, if you were to draw an imaginary line right here, you'll notice this guy, the pencil at the bottom, has a head start. Slide him back so he is on the same starting line for measurement as the short pencil. So look at the lengths. What's wrong with this picture? Yeah. I see it now. It's very hard to compare if they're not starting at the same place. You can't tell where they end. Yeah. All right, let's try it. Look at these two pencils. Look at where each pencil ends. Which pencil do you think is longer? Now, what you can tell is look at the tips of the pencil. They are lined up. Okay, so we kind of lined them up on the opposite side. That's okay. Totally fine. Can you tell which one is shorter? Which one is longer? Yes. Yes, I can. It's not like those French fries, which didn't start at the same place. It was much more difficult to tell. All right. Look at these two pencils. Which pencil is shorter? You said the top one, you got it right. And notice they are lined up. The tips of them are lined up on the starting line. It's just on the other side. And look at these two pencils. Can you tell if one is longer or shorter than the other pencil? You're right. They're the same. It would be so much harder to tell that if they weren't lined up. Yeah. If one pencil started over here and the other pencil started over here, it would be so hard to tell that they were the same length. Oh, now I get it, Mrs. Cruz. That's why we line them up. So now it's time to practice what we learned about measurements. We are going to draw objects that are longer or shorter than the example. So get ready with your drawing pencil. We're going to draw a picture of two pencils. Draw the longer one first and draw the shorter one underneath it. Okay, now wait. I'm going to help you with this one, aren't I? Okay, it says draw a picture of two pencils. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is draw a starting line. Look, here's my starting line. That's where the turtles and the French fries and all the pencils, they need to start here. Their tips or edges should start, both of them, on the starting line. Okay, now it says to draw the longer one first. I better listen to those directions. Okay, a good student always follows the directions carefully. Draw the longer one first. Okay, so can you draw a pencil on the starting line that's nice and long? Can I? Ooh, that's a long pencil. Let's give it a little point and then carefully come back. Okay, let's give it a little eraser so it looks like a pencil. All right, here we go. I drew a long one. What'd you think? Now it says draw a shorter one underneath it. Underneath it? If I draw it, can I start it anywhere? Wait, potato, 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 potato. Mrs. Cruz said start it at the same line. Okay, so I have to start it back here. And let's draw a nice short stubby pencil that has been sharpened a lot. And so it's much shorter. What do you guys think? Were you able to do something like this? Do you understand why it's important to line them up? I don't even have a ruler and I can tell which one's longer and which one's shorter. Do I know exactly the measurement? No, but I can certainly line them up and put them in order according to short and long. Yeah. Okay. Can you do that with any other objects? Yeah, I bet you could. I bet you could. I bet you could do it with your toys, bananas. You could do it with markers. You could do it with crayons. Oh, those are fun. You could do it with cube sticks. Oh yeah, all different types of objects. You can order them in order from shortest to longest, longest to shortest, as long as you start on the line. Okay. Let's try it on our own. It's time to practice what we learned about measurements. On the next few slides, you will need to draw objects that are longer or shorter than the example. Oh, look, they drew a starting line. There it is. On your mark, get set. Draw a cube train that is longer than the cube train pictured. Can you do that underneath? It says longer. Okay, so don't draw a short one, draw a longer one. How far would you go? How many cubes would it be? This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cubes. Could you do one that's longer? Yeah, try it on your own. I'll watch. And then I'll check your work. Okay, you know that Nearpod allows your teachers to see how you're doing when you practice, so I can watch. Yeah. And then I can help if I need to help. All right. Now let's try this one. This one is a little different. Make sure you read those directions carefully. It says, draw a cube train that is shorter than the picture of the cube train. All right. So underneath, remember to start on the starting line and draw a shorter cube train. Okay, you've got that. Practice that on your own. Let's move on. Okay, it is time for a brain break. Then we're going to wrap up our lesson with a little quiz and then a final farewell for summer school. Any announcements and we'll be done. Okay, so let's watch our brain break. You guys ready? Make sure everything's cleared away. You can stand up.
Under the sea chase. Swim and dodge the obstacles. Pop the bubbles. Do the exercises to gain oxygen. Good luck.
All right, my lovies, here we go.
I've got the treasure chest. See if you can find it. Ha ha ha.
Start swimming. Pop, pop. Jump, jump. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Duck. Pop, pop, pop. Keep swimming. Dodge. Oh, jumping jacks time. Oh, I love this one. Swim, jump, dodge, dodge, duck. Hop, hop, hop. No, jump, jump. Look at this.
Which octopus has the treasure? Red or blue?
Blue. Yay! Okay, you can practice that more on your own. With permission, you can go and search for Brain Break, the Under the Sea Chase on YouTube. Please make sure you get your parents' permission first, and then you can try it out on your own. It's great practice for exercise. All right, and following directions. Yeah. All right, let's finish up See what we learned? It's time for our quiz. Now you're going to look at the picture. You can click on it to make it bigger if you need to. And you are comparing the length of the cube trains. We have cube train A and cube train B. Look, they started on the starting line. Potato, potato, potato. Look, they did what they were supposed to do. Let's follow. Let's read the question and follow the directions. Here it is. Which image is longer, A or B? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Mark your answer. Longer, longer. It said longer. B. If you said B, you got it. Okay, let's try the next one. Look at the picture of the cube trains. We have A and B. Right away, you can tell. Right away, you can tell which one is shorter and which one is longer. Notice they've ordered them and they've lined them up on the starting line. Can you tell which one is shorter, A or B? Mark A if you think it's A, mark B if you think it's B. Which one's Shorty McShorts? Shorter. If you said A, you got it right. All right. All done. We finished. You were able to line up objects so that you could compare the lengths to see which one's shorter and longer. You were able to draw objects that are shorter or longer than other objects. And finally, you were able to order them in order, shortest to longest, longest to shortest. Okay. How comfortable do you feel now about measuring the length and comparing the lengths of objects? All right, so if you circle red, you need a lot more help. Yellow, sometimes I kind of keep forgetting to line things up. Just be honest if you need a little help. And green, if I got everything right, the quiz was easy, I got this. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for learning with me. It was a great pleasure this summer. Now, a couple of announcements to finish up. Are you listening? Put your big ears on. Bigger, huge elephant ears. Today is the last day for live lessons. Today is Wednesday, July 20th, 2022. And we will not have any more live lessons for summer school. Today is the last day that teachers are available for DBA assessments. And we are catching up on grading your assignments as well. Tomorrow, on July 21st, your teachers will be entering grades and finishing up grading and just getting ready to wrap up summer school. We will not be available for DBAs or live lessons, but you may text us with any questions or turn in any last-minute assignments. Your teachers will be out of the office until August 10th. So starting tomorrow until August 10th, your teachers will not be conducting live lessons or DBAs. All right, we will stop grading papers during that period of time as well. Starting tomorrow after school, we will stop grading papers, and but you can continue to work. Any home education part-time students will continue to work. Just expect that your assignments will remain ungraded until we return. Okay, so but don't give up, keep on going. I'm proud of you, and I'll see you soon. Okay, but stay safe, go help someone. Stay safe and go help someone, and keep on learning. Okay, guys, you did a fabulous job. See you soon.